Let's go to Emma in Las Vegas. What's up, Emma?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yay! Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, John. How are you?
Excellent. You?
Yeah, good, man.
Cool. So what's up?
Well, thanks for taking my call. So hopefully this is an easy question. What I'm kind of wanting some help with is asking for what I need in my marriage. Kind of regarding I don't know, asking for money because I'm a stay-at-home mom with a little baby. And just also asking for a bit of help around the house or help with the baby when my husband is home.
Why are you asking for money?
Because I don't have the income and, I should also elaborate. Unfortunately, my husband hasn't wanted to combine our finances. And so he kind of he has the bank account. I don't really have any input with the finances at this point, which is a real bummer. And so, yeah, I just kind of when I need groceries and things for the baby, I have to kind of tell him I need 100, I need 50, I need this or that, and just kind of little bit by little bit ask for the things that I need.
Emma, do you hear that that's madness?
Yeah, I know that's really far from ideal.
It's past that. It's past that.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to throw this word around flippantly, but that is really manipulative and borderline abusive, if not fully, because you're basically an employee.
Kind of, yeah. It feels
no, not kind of. You are a live-in nanny.
Yeah.
Yes, that is not a marriage. That's not a partnership.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, I guess what I want is I guess I want to try and figure out if there's a way that, by me being a little bit more assertive.
Listen. One of the most common responses. Oh, man. One of the most common. No. I'm starting to feel my blood pressure's going up, man. One of the most common responses to abuse is, I shouldn't have worn that. Or I was mouthing off and I deserved to be hit.
Yeah.
Or I'm late sometimes, so I deserve to be fake fired every Friday or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I deserve to be yelled at work because I'm not as fast as so-and-so.
Yeah.
So the reason you are not, your needs aren't not being met because you're not assertive.
Right. Yeah.
Now, you could probably improve your being assertive, and I could be better at that. That's a skill that we could practice and work on.
Mm-hmm.
What we're just going for in your marriage is just basic equality, partnership.
Yeah. I think that's what that's kind of probably a lot of the reason why I feel so yucky, aside from the insecurity of not having access to money for gas and groceries and things. But yeah, it's kind of I just don't feel like he's treating me like a partner, like a wife. I kind of feel like it's almost like a daddy-daughter thing.
It's
1,000%
a daddy-daughter thing, except worse. It's a mean. Let me put it this way. Every time I've been a boss of a large team, they all had money that they spent without, I can't process all of your questions. Here's your budget, spend it on whatever you need to run your operation. I trust you, or I wouldn't have hired you.
Yeah.
So it's not even an employee-employer relationship. It's a really poor, abusive employer-employee relationship.
Yeah, well, it's just
this
very,
is the mother of his kid.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, well, I mean...
Do you laugh? Listen, you laugh. Are you laughing because if you don't, you may start crying and you won't stop?
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just, trying to keep it light,
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you live in the darkness.
It's a little bit scary, I guess, because,
Hold on. This is terrifying. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not a little bit scary. It's not a little bit scary. This is terrifying.
No, it is. You're right.
You don't know if you're going to have groceries or diaper money or gas money.
Yeah.
Are you safe?
Oh, yeah. I mean, physically, absolutely. And he's, it's weird because it feels like this is quite a specific area because, he's never really raised his voice. He's obviously never gotten physical. He never puts me down. He, in many regards, if you took the money issue out of it, I'd say, on the face of things, it's quite a good relationship.
I know, but there's a lot of man, if he just didn't hit me, it would be great, right? If he just didn't sleep with my friends, it'd be an awesome marriage.
No, I mean, 100%, I wouldn't be putting up with any sort of physical or major emotional stuff. I mean, I am, but
have you ever sat down? Have you ever sat down and said, not in a fight, not out of rage, but this is what I need. I need you to start treating me like a partner here. How did that conversation go?
I think he got very, very uncomfortable. I think, I basically feel like, look, I would feel a lot more comfortable if we could combine our finances, work on a budget together, and just talk more openly about money and give me, access to money so that I don't have to keep asking you.
Yes. What was his response?
He just said on the combining finances issue, it was a hard no. He said I've been married before and she kept stealing money and I've got it under control. Just trust me. You don't need to be involved. Don't worry about it. You're just really lucky you don't have to go to work and I'm taking care of it. That was basically how that went down.
And so you hear that of, you're the crazy one here, hun.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. When I say it back, it's
you're nuts. That's gaslighting 101. Yeah. Oh, you feel exposed because you have to ask me for grocery money and for diaper money for our kid and gas money? You're nuts. You realize how lucky you are to have me to ask? You realize, oh my gosh.
Sounds awful. I know.
Okay, so listen, I'm going to tell you something that I have no data to back up. Okay? Yeah. I got a buddy who's been doing this a long time and working with people in their finances.
Yeah.
A vast majority of the time, in a situation like this, where somebody won't combine finances, but on top of that, won't discuss it, won't look at it, you have to ask for money, there is some sort of addiction or some sort of other infidelity.
Oh, that's interesting.
There's something else going on that says this is a brick wall that you cannot cross.
Oh, no, I know what it is. I think.
What is it? Maybe you should have led with that. What is it?
It's just kind of now that you say it, because I have been wondering lately, the past year, I've been seeing some quite concerning behaviors around alcohol, and it's not everyday drinking.
Okay.
But once in a while, say every 3 to 4 weeks on a Friday or Saturday, because we actually live on the outskirts of Las Vegas.
Okay.
So he'll go into Las Vegas to take care of some business or work a Saturday, and then he just won't come home because he's drinking.
Hold on. Or because he's with somebody else.
Or that,
because he's got major gambling issues, or any number of other things.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what I would tell you.
He told me he used to have a gambling problem, so maybe that was it.
Ta-da! Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
here's the deal, Emma. Ultimately, we won't know that. So any energy we spend wondering if it's another girlfriend or if he's got a gambling issue there in Vegas or any of that energy is a waste of our time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what we can focus on.
Mm-hmm.
I call it the or what statement. And everybody in your situation, anybody who's got a spouse who's doing things that hurt them, that scare them, that make them uncomfortable, all the way up to just annoying, they have to have an or what statement. And here's the or what statement. You have to fix your behavior, spouse, or what?
Mm.
And so the question you have to ask yourself is, if this goes on for another 3 months, another 6 months, another 6 years, are you going to leave or are you going to stay? Now, don't answer that. I just want you, that's, if you're not going to leave, if this is as good as you think your life's going to get, and you think he's being on the up and up, and man, it's annoying, but I'm going to have to ask if I need to go get lunch meat and grocery money. And then when little Timmy needs clothes, I'll just ask and hopefully he'll give me some.
Mm.
Are you going to live that life? Or at some point, are you going to say, enough's enough, I'm out? Because when you have the... go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, I've given this, a fair bit of thought over the previous months. I don't feel like that's a particularly good example to set to our little one. So, I mean, for now, he's not aware.
What example?
It kind of gives me a window.
You don't think you leaving is a good example, or the way you're being treated is a good example?
No, the way I'm being treated. I don't want my son to watch that.
Correct, right. But but listen to this. Yeah. Listen to this. How old's your little one?
4 months.
Okay. Please absorb what I'm about to tell you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Every time your husband comes home and you don't feel safe, or you start performing to try to get favor so you can get grocery money, or you try to nuzzle up so you can get gas money, or whatever your mechanisms are for connecting, your heart rate goes up a little bit, your skin gets a little bit clammy, your chest gets tight, your stomach gets that warmth when you hear the garage door open. Your 4-year-old is absorbing every bit of it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, so you think that that 4-year-old can't hear and can't process and can't see, or a 4-month-old? You think that 4-month-old can't hear the words? That 4-month-old's picking up on everything.
Yeah, I know. I think about that too.
Everything. Now, I don't say that to shame you. I say that to say, at some point, you're going to have to make a call. And I see it happen. People punt the call down the road and down the road and down. Well, now we're in middle school, and let's just get through middle school. And then we can, now that 9th grade, we got to graduate the high school we started at.
Right, yeah.
Right? It never is good. So ultimately, you have to get with a couple of people in your life, some women that you trust, a counselor of some sort, a church pastor, wherever you get wisdom and community from.
Yeah.
And you have to sit down and be very concrete about your or what statement.
Okay.
Or what.
Yeah.
And then you have to be very clear about, here's what I need. Here's what I'm worth in a relationship. And we're going to start at equal.
Yeah.
Yes, great. Yeah. You're at work. Wonderful. You get hammered and you don't come home for a couple of nights down in Vegas. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm raising the kid. And I'm making sure the kid's fed and at the doctor's appointment. When I have gas money that you've so graciously passed along to me, I make sure that all the house is fed. When I'm so blessed that you give me grocery money. Oh, it's so great and generous.
Right.
Right? You hear what I'm saying?
I do. I hear it back and I just feel like...
It's madness. It's madness.
It's nuts. It's nuts that I've put up with it for any amount of time. I guess here we are, so I just want to try and strategize about what is the best way forward. It's not like the best way out of this necessarily, but the best way forward. And I'm not against leaving. I have plenty of family and friends and options.
So let me tell you this.
I could absolutely do it, but it's just scary,
It's very rare. Man, I feel like I'm Debbie Downer today. It's very rare that somebody who treats people like this out as a way of being is able to have somebody lay their relational needs out and they go, oh my gosh, I was way off. My bad. That's pretty rare. I wish I could give you data to the, otherwise. Man, what a mess. I think for the first, hear me say this, you're not crazy. that angst you feel, that fear you feel, you're not crazy. You're not. What's being done to you is wrong. It's not right. It's not how wives should, or husbands should treat their wives. It's not how husbands should treat their kids. It's not right. And I'm sorry. Man. My hope is you sit down and say, hey, here's what I need, or I'm out. I need this from you. And I need you to learn how, because you may not know how to tell me that you love me. You may not know how to show. You may not know how to trust, and you trusted once and you got burned, and so you shut that part up. Great. But you chose to get married again. And by choosing to get married again, you chose to become partners again. And if you don't know how to do that, it's like this. You're playing football and you blew your knee out. Said, I'm never doing that again. Cool. But then you got back out on the field. And when you get back on the field, you got to do football stuff. And if you're going to do football stuff, that means you're going to have to go to rehab and learn how to run again. You're going to learn how to move laterally again, and how to jump again, and how to tackle again. So he chose to get married again. Great. That means he's going to have to deal with what happened and learn some new things. Most of the time they don't. He could. He could. And that's my hope, man. That's my hope. That's my hope. That's my hope. I'm optimistic this one has a happy ending, but this one's going to be tough. Get with some people today, and for the first time, let your needs be heard. Speak them out loud. Here's what I need. Not with laughing. That's how you cover it up. Don't laugh. Just say, this is what I need, and this is what hurts. And then really get clear about your or what statement. Oh, man. This one's hard.